For the book Talent Generation, I conducted considerable research into our most successful organizations today, trying to figure out what is it that makes them so successful, while other organizations are really struggling to adapt and deal with change. Well, the most successful organizations, what it really boils down to, they have that people first approach to everything. They take the long view. They're very, very future focused, but they're also extremely collaborative. I want to talk to you just a little bit about collaboration. A few years ago, I sat on a national board of directors, and I noticed that this board of directors, gosh, there was just a lot of infighting, and it was very inefficient and unproductive. We were struggling to make decisions and to do much of anything. And as I look back on that particular experience, I realize now that our board of directors was simply struggling because we were too homogenous, meaning that we were all about the same age, we all had similar backgrounds, we all worked in similar industries. And when you get a group of people together that are very, very similar, you tend to evolve into something called groupthink. You tend to be very homogenous in your approaches. You tend to quickly, in this day and age, become irrelevant because you're not listening to different opinions. You're not engaging new ideas and skill sets, which comes from, again, being in the age of disruption. We see that every generation has something to learn and something to teach because we've been living in this era of incredible change. And so collaboration has become more important than ever. We have to be able to collaborate in order to stay competitive. We have to be able to collaborate in order to maintain our communities. We have to collaborate in order to stay relevant. And again, future focused and putting people first. It all ties together. But I think you need to really analyze whether you have the right teams in place. Are your teams diverse? Are you collaborating with new and different ideas and different generations to make sure that you're hearing and representing all of the skill sets in the audience that you need to reach? There's another really positive outcome of collaboration. Collaboration actually leads to innovation. You know, when we think about the fact that we've been in this era of disruption and change is happening faster than ever before, it's really terrifying. And quite frankly, we've never really had to deal with change at this breadth or this volume. So we're really kind of ill-equipped as leaders. That's just a fact. Many of our managers and leaders have not had to deal with this much change and disruption. And when you're forced to deal with a lot of change and disruption, what happens? Well, you become very fearful. You become resistant. You try to hold on to those legacies and traditions and hold steadfast and wish for the good old days. Well, when you collaborate and build strong teams and communities, and you begin to be in dialogue with different generations and different audiences, it opens your world. And you begin to feel a sense of peace, and you're reassured that you're making the right decisions. And that when you have that sense of peace, fear is eliminated, and it opens the door to innovation. There's been many studies done on this, that the most collaborative organizations tend to be the most innovative. And so to bring it full circle, when we talk about the most successful organizations in existence today, they each have that people-first mentality. They each have a future focus. They're constantly thinking about what and who is coming next. And then they also are being very intentional about making sure that they're constantly building teams, thinking about collaboration in new and innovative ways. They're open to new ideas. And as a result, that leads to innovation, helps them overcome fear, and be more competitive in this marketplace.